What's going on, guys? I'm in the forest right now at an undisclosed location, testing out my bug out bag. Hey, and I'm gonna...
What the hell are you doing?
God damn it. I'm making a video, baby girl, damn! What's going on, geeky gun guys and gals? Hope everybody's still staying healthy and especially safe, especially during these times. So today I wanted to share with you guys my bug out bag, or zombie apocalypse bag, or get home bag, or camping bag. Just the bag that I'm gonna grab when the shit hits the fan. And I started this little project maybe about 10 years ago is when I started actually purchasing stuff for like safety and preparation. But let's get into it. And you might want to grab a snack and a drink or something, because this might be a long video. But here she is. I'm gonna take this off so everything can fit in the frame. But yeah, that is the Ozark Trail Mummy sleeping bag. And I know it's bothering me that it's not black too. And I know what you're thinking. Didn't you already go over that backpack? And the answer is no. My EDC backpack is a Slumberjack Spore. This is the Slumberjack Strider. But good eye, because I actually got this backpack right after I made that EDC backpack video. I was looking for a link to share with you guys, and I saw that Walmart was selling this and it was on sale for cheaper than the smaller version, or the Spore. So yeah, I copped this for 30 bucks, and it's in Cryptek Typhon, duh. But again, this is the Slumberjack Strider, and it is a 26.25 liter backpack. I know it's pretty small for like a survival backpack, but I kind of like how compact it is. So let's start with the stuff on the outside, shall we? Okay, I am taking this out because it is for sure gonna scratch my table. But I guess the first item is a crowbar. If you're in an urban environment, you never know if you're gonna have to pry open a door or a window. Not with people living inside, but again, it's just in case you need it. And it's held in place on the outside of the backpack because this bag actually holds walking sticks, but I don't use that, so it's holding my crowbar. I have 2 paracord bracelets here in the molly. I'll probably end up throwing it on before I actually grab the backpack, but you can never have enough cordage. And then just some cheap carabiners, because again, you never know. All of the stuff in here really is actually, you're never really gonna know. You could attach this to a tree, hold up the cordage and stuff, you'll see. And of course, the limited edition Umbrella Corporation Morale patch from Tamfamgram. Check out his patches on Instagram, they're pretty dope. And on this side, I have my Benchmade 154cm. I know it's not really a bushcraft knife or a camping knife, it's more of a tactical knife, but I've had this thing for like 7 years and it's never not worked for me. And I have it upside down on my right side if I'm wearing the backpack, so it's easy to access. But yeah, one of my favorite knives I own. But in the smallest compartment here, I keep all my cordage, 550 paracord to hold up your tent, tie things together, hang it from a tree, multiple purpose, super strong and durable. I also have 72-inch laces from Burn Proof Gear, super tough laces in case the ones that I'm wearing crap out. Switch these out. Burn Proof Gear. A flattened out roll of duct tape. Duct tape is hella useful when you're out camping, and plus it fixes everything. More 550 cord, and lastly an SOF tactical tourniquet. Next on this side is my hydration stuff. This pouch used to be OD green, and I just spray painted it flat black. But this pouch is for my canteen and my cup. So the canteen is single walled in case you want to boil like your river water or your possibly contaminated water. Of course, you'd have to remove the cap, or you could boil it in the tin cup and then transfer it over to your canteen. Dealer's choice. You can see the OD green in there. And the side pouch of the backpack also has my hydration stuff in it. So in here I have my Sawyer kit, the Sawyer water filter, the straw, the cleaning device for the filter, and a bag to hold your clean water or contaminated water. And what's cool about the Sawyer Mini as opposed to the other water filtration products is that, well, one, the filter's at 0.1 microns, so it can filter out the smaller bacteria and particles, and two, it's smaller and it can filter more water. So yeah, the Sawyer Mini. Field Notes notepad. Of course, you've seen my videos. I have one in like every backpack and in my plate carrier. Field notes. Not hydration related, but some plastic camping stakes. Super cheap at Walmart. And some cheapo aluminum ones. And lastly, for hydration, water purification tablets, the 2-stage potable aqua tablets, and a butt ton of emergency. One, it's full of vitamin C, and two, it'll get that nasty river water taste out of your water, again, in a survival situation. Next, in the front main compartment, in here I put all the small tools that I would need. Just open it up and dig through it. Okay, yes, this is a Glock beer cozy, but I just use it to hold my signaling mirror. So signaling mirror. I have a Lensatic compass, and make sure you learn how to use all of your tools in your kit. Can't say that enough. Blade sharpener. Now you're gonna be using your knife a lot. Bushcraft, kindling, cutting your food, all kinds of stuff, and that's gonna wear and dull your blade real quick. So this is a work sharp knife sharpener. On this side you have your knife sharpener, then you have your ceramic honing tool, and then on this side you have your diamond plate for fish hooks, sharpening axe heads, that kind of stuff. And I've tested this out a few times and it sharpens the knife real good. So knife sharpener. And in this bag I keep just like a few morale boosters, 4 small dice, a little foldable frisbee, and a deck of cards. Because if you're in the woods for a few days bugging out, you're gonna want some sort of entertainment. And then in this bag, again, in an urban environment, a Silcock key. And this is for those water valves on the side of like city buildings that don't have a turn spout on top. It just goes right into the wall, turn it, and you could get water. And also a little lockpick set. And I really like this lockpick set because it's super compact and takes no space. You got your tension wrench here, and then these fan out, half diamond, rake, hook, pick. And I just so happen to have a lock here. And this is gonna be really embarrassing if I can't get this on camera. But so the first thing you do is you put your tension wrench in here, and on the very bottom of the keyhole, turning clockwise, and you put tension on it using rather your middle or ring finger. And I'm gonna use the rake. Let's go. So yeah, lockpick set. Not for breaking into homes or anything like that, just if you come across a fence that's chained up. And my multi-tool. Again, you've seen this in another video, but it's the Ozark Trail multi-tool. Super durable and super affordable at the same time. Has like 11 or 12 tools on here. Really good multi-tool. And this little pocket screwdriver set that my dad gave me. And you're gonna see a lot of repetitive tools, gear, stuff like that, because I'm going by the 2 is 1, 1 is none. Like just in case one breaks, you have a backup plan. And I also have a Princeton headlamp, and it comes with a red filter here for low light. And yeah, headlamp, because sometimes you're gonna need both hands to work on something in a low light situation. Forgot this was in here. Hey, A tiny multi-tool. Yeah, that's not gonna work for nothing. Fisher Space Pen, Writes in the Rain, Upside Down, all kinds of stuff. Fisher Space Pen, super good pen. Now I have a bunch of flashlights in here, and all of them take AA or AAA batteries, and most of the tactical batteries take the CR123s, and you can't find them just anywhere. But AA's and AAA's, they're everywhere. So flashlight, and some of these I actually got from like gas stations or as gifts. They're the cheapo flashlights, but they really work, and I've had them for years. So this one particularly I like a lot because if your headlamp craps out, you can actually put this on your hat or in your pocket. So flashlights. A set of titanium spoon and fork from UCO. Spoon on this side, fork on this side. And I don't know if you could see this on camera, but there's ridges on the side of the fork, so you can use it as like a knife. A set of two, one for me, one for my wife. And I'm actually working on my wife's bug out bag right now. She just needs to pick out the backpack that she wants. But yeah, I've been slowly gathering stuff for her as well. Eating utensils. More eating utensils. This is the Eaton Tool by CRKT. I'm sure you guys have seen these all over the place. More eating utensils. Chem lights. You can get these at the dollar store. But you never know when you're gonna need just a glow stick, so. And that's it for the front pouch pocket. Now for the main compartment. Before I get into the main compartment, let me just explain that this is my third line gear. Everything in here is my third line gear. And what I mean by that is that first line gear is everything that you have on your person, like your EDC, your pocket knife, your wallet, phone, stuff like that. Your second line is the things that you have on your body, body armor, your gun belt, whatnot. And I don't think there'd ever be a situation where I'd grab this and not my gun belt and my plate carrier. So let's get into the main compartment. And I got this tip from Tactical Rifleman. 3 spare Glock mags held together with rubber bands, not duct tape, because it'll start jamming in your gun, and spare mags. Next is spare batteries, AAA, AA. Also in here is a sewing kit. And funny story, I didn't even have a sewing kit in here until like a week ago. I was talking to my wife about bug out bags, and she's all for it, by the way. She can't wait to own her own. But she was joking around and she was like, oh, I'm just gonna use a wheelie bag, like her travel bag, as her bug out bag. And I was like, that wouldn't work at all. 1, it's noisy as hell, and 2, if the wheel breaks, like, you're screwed, because then you're just gonna be dragging it. To which she replies, well, if your backpack strap breaks, then you're screwed too. And she had a point. So I added a sewing kit in here, which I stole from her. So next I have the XBit pocket stove, and this is a dope little piece of kit because it's super compact, but it opens up to essentially a full-on stove. It came with 6 of these burn cells, which can burn for hella long. It says that it could boil water in like 8 minutes. So you put the single cell right in the middle in that square space, and it's vented so that airflow can go right through it. Or you could put tinder in there, shave off some of this, multi-purpose. But yeah, so this is the large setting for like large pots or big canteens. And then you could actually click it in a little bit for your smaller cups and other things like that. Then it just closes back up. Nice piece of survival kit, pocket stove. Moving along, I have one of these bags that you usually use when you travel for like your toiletries and stuff. So I don't have a bunch of those like cool organizer packs and stuff like that yet. But if you don't, or you don't plan on getting those, repurpose. Use Ziploc bags, use sandwich bags, use your travel bags, use what you have on hand. This just so happens to be Jimmy Choo, and this is my med kit. So I have 2 N95 masks in a sandwich bag, cold compress, bunch of triangular bandages, antibacterial wipes, gauze. And let me just say that going camping, not so often, but I've gone camping a bunch of times. I found out that when it comes to sleeping in a tent, I'm a little bitch. I get all kinds of cold when I'm camping, so a butt ton of hand warmers and feet warmers. Now, don't think I'm crazy, but these will probably save your life one day. Put this in with you when you're in your space blanket, and that'll keep you hella warm. And a bunch of the Advil tablets. I got them in the individually wrapped ones because if you get that little bottle and it just rattles when you walk, and it's a headache. That way, these don't make any noise. And some lotion and sunscreen. Medkit. And I don't have a specific place for food and stuff. It's just wherever I could cram it, just in the excess space. But emergency food ration bars. So this kinda small brick is 2,400 calories and has a 5-year shelf life. And this one just so happens to be apple cinnamon. Yum. Emergency food rations. And then I got granola bars and beef jerky. But not the fake beef jerky, the real beef jerky. Slim Jims. It's what I grew up on. It's what I love. Snap into a Slim Jim. Next I have zip ties. You never know when you're gonna need zip ties. And the next item is another travel case that I put in there, which is Sanitation. A pair of wool socks from Carhartt. These will keep you super warm and your feet super dry. And some cotton socks as well. These are Stance socks. Shout out to Stance. Love those socks. Clean pair of panties. And this 32-degree cool shirt. Now, I'm not a big dry fit fan, but this shirt is so breathable. I highly suggest getting it. Yeah, 32 degrees cool is what the company's called. The material is so soft, and am I seriously reviewing a shirt right now? Next, Kleenex. Because Kleenex and toilet paper. We all know how valuable toilet paper is. Wet ones for your bum. Bath wipes, because you're not always going to have access to like running water or like a river or whatnot, so you can't shower all the time. Bath wipes. Deodorant. And the kids' toothbrush and toothpaste. But yeah, that's all for sanitation. And then next in the main compartment, a large heavy-duty tarp, because this is what I would plan on my wife and I using as a tent. Folds up nice and easy, and it's super heavy-duty. Doesn't take up a lot of space. But yeah, tarp. And at the very bottom, I have my SOG multi-shovel. Folds up nice and small and has a shovel head, a pick side. You could fold it up to make like a little stove with your fire here, using this as your heating element and putting your stuff up top. But your boy takes a lot of deuces, so dig a hole. And in the back here where the laptop's supposed to go is where I keep my heavy duty tools. Again, for an urban environment, 14-inch bolt cutters to cut wire fence, small locks, whatnot. Bolt cutters. Oh, I guess it's just 2 tools. A handsaw. Super aggressive teeth. Very sharp. Gets the job done. Ozark Trail. Again. And then also in the main compartment is a little zipper on the back, which is my personal favorite compartment, is fire starting or fire making. So I keep everything in this little bag here, starting off with a regular book of matches, because book of matches. Moving on to the cooler stuff. These are stormproof matches from UCO. They work in high winds. They're completely waterproof. They're essentially like little flares. Like, these things will not go out. And they come in this waterproof container with extra striker plates. So, stormproof matches. More stormproof matches just to refill it, I guess. Magnesium rod. If you didn't know, magnesium actually has a very, very high, I don't know what you want to call it, burn rate. But once it catches fire, it's like thousands of degrees. So yeah, you use the serration on your knife to shave off a couple of pieces and ignite it, and it burns so bright. And good fire starter, magnesium rod. Next I have this little pocket ferro rod. If your matches and lighters and stuff don't work, comes with a little striker, get the angle right, and ferro rod. And lastly, a brand new Bic lighter covered in duct tape, like all the cool kids are doing. Brand new Bic lighter with duct tape. Also in this pocket are 2 more of those burn cells. Like I said, it came with 6, and only 4 of them fit in the pocket stove. So here's the other 2. And a pill container, and this thing is packed to the top with cotton balls and Vaseline. And I always saw the cotton balls and Vaseline in like survival bags or bug out bags, and I never really knew what it did. So I looked it up, and I even tried it for myself. In here are about 20 cotton balls soaked in Vaseline and pushed down. You don't want them to be too doused in Vaseline, but what you use these for is fire starting, because the petroleum jelly or the Vaseline slows down the burning of the cotton balls and Vaseline. And lastly, I actually forgot to go over this pouch, which is coverings. I keep an elbow compression sleeve in here because I has gout. Space blanket. Again, mega bitch when I go camping. Super cold. So space blankets will keep you warm. So warm. Space blanket. And then also a couple rolls of heavy duty construction garbage bags. Also can be used as covering. If you've ever done like boxing training, you've worn one of these before underneath your clothes. Keeps the heat in real well. You could use this to put your backpack in to keep it dry. You can use it to retain water, turn it into a shower. Super multi-purpose, heavy duty garbage bags. Regular cheap garbage bags, because when you're surviving in the wilderness, doesn't mean you have to live like an animal. Cheap garbage bags. And lastly, a bundled up and folded shimag, however you want to pronounce it. There are like a million ways to fold these to cover your face, your head. Keeps you cool and shaded from the sun. Shimag. And lastly, some work gloves. You're going to be dealing with like a lot of wood, moving things, burning things, and you want to keep your hands nice and soft. I am planning on actually throwing some leather gloves in there for like tougher stuff, like handling fire logs and whatnot, but for now, work gloves. And lastly, like for real lastly, Pace count beads. So one thing I'm still having a hard time finding is a map of my local area. And once I have one of those, I'll get a base pad compass. But it's more for like terrain. And yeah, this just shows you how far you've gone. And this bottom part is a 100-meter pace count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then once you've walked that, 10 is up top. Slide that down, move these back up, and so on and so forth. Holy crap, that was a long video. But thanks for sticking it out. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering what qualifies me to make a bug out bag or to teach about bug out bags. Well, I've seen The Revenant, The Gray, I Am Legend twice, and every episode of Man vs. Wild. No, but seriously, it's just a hobby of mine. And I was also taught that your level of training dictates the equipment that you need. Like Bear Grylls, that guy can just get dropped off in the middle of the forest with a knife and survive for years probably. But me, I need a 25-pound backpack. But for the would you rather. Would you rather live in a gigantic cave with super nice interior and a waterfall and everything, or one of those crazy huge mega plush tree houses? So gigantic cave or gigantic tree house. Let me know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, go ahead and take a piece of kit out from your bug out bag and gingerly tap the like and subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell icon so you don't miss a video. You guys stay healthy, and please, please, please stay safe. But most importantly, don't be a dick, be a blessing.